Almost daily, I've been told these types of protests take place, and people are angry here. People are absolutely furious.
The Democrats are not the solution. They are part of the problem.
We are with President Trump to make America great again through peace and justice.
And to the Muslims who still vote Democrat because they're stuck in their ways, I just want to say this: you are co-signing the death of your own people.
As time rapidly runs out for America's presidential candidates to convince voters to back their bid, Michigan has become a significant battleground in the fight for the White House. Michigan, once considered part of the Democrats' so-called blue wall, ditched their traditional loyalties to the Democrats in 2016 and helped elect Donald Trump. Now, with huge anger surrounding the Gaza genocide, this Muslim-heavy swing state could be the key to getting the Republican back into power.
We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine. The bloodshed has to stop all over the world, and I think this man can make that happen.
A recent poll released by the Council of American Islamic Relations suggested that the Green Party, headed by Jill Stein, has secured major support from Muslim Americans. But shockingly, many may still remain loyal to the Democrats despite the year of genocide in Gaza. Dearborn, a city in Michigan with a large Arab population, has hosted many pro-Palestine demonstrations throughout the year. Most activists we spoke to told Five Pillars they condemn both the main two parties, urging Arab and Muslim Americans to vote for the alternative, the Green Party, instead.
So I've come to a protest which you can see behind me, one of many which takes place here in Dearborn on a regular basis. Almost daily, I've been told these types of protests take place, and people are angry here. People are absolutely furious. The protest behind me contains many members of the Abandon Biden, or now with the name change, Abandon Harris campaign, and also people who are not backing any particular candidate, but simply are condemning the genocide in general and the American political establishment for its role in facilitating the genocide that's going on in Gaza.
The alternative is voting third party, Green Party. We have a candidate, her name's Jill Stein. She's been so active in the movement. I've seen her at so many protests. She does not want this war in Gaza or Lebanon or war, period. So the alternative now is we're trying to get people to vote third party and abolish the two-party system that's rigged.
Never side with the criminals. The Republicans and the Democrats who sell you their policies on tax cuts, climate change, Social Security, and yet they shed blood across the planet. We believe that fundamental to our deen, our religion, is that we side with goodness and we seek to be the voice against oppression, even if it means that we will be harmed.
And to the Muslims who still vote Democrat because they're stuck in their ways, I just want to say this: you are co-signing the death of your own people. You are co-signing the death of your own people. You have to understand that you have a part in this, and if you vote Democrat or Republican, your hands are just as red as them.
The Greens have indeed been strong in condemning US support for Israel, additionally recognizing Israel's massacres in Gaza as a genocide. However, questions over Jill Stein's ability to win, as well as the Greens' socially woke worldview, have worked against them. Amid the debate on how American Muslims should vote, Five Pillars spoke with a prominent local figure, Arab Muslim businessman Dr. Mohammed Sahuba, who explained that for many Arab Americans, the mission is about punishing support for genocide, not necessarily about winning.
We do want to show, the Muslims in this community want to show that we vote, and our vote matters. And if it counts for a loss, but at least it's showing that the Green Party got a good sized vote, let it be known that it's mainly Muslim votes. So we just want to show that we have power, and we are going to go out and vote, even if it's for a losing party that might not become, of course, has zero chance of becoming the president this year, but let's say in 15 or 20 or 30 years that the Green Party receives more funding from the federal level, as right now because they're not receiving enough votes, they're not getting federal funding. Our hope is to push them that way. Well, I also believe, logically, that we need another party in the U.S. Governor race, or the presidential race. The Democrats and Republicans have taken the U.S. Citizens, even regular Americans, they have taken them for granted.
Flouting a UN Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire, Israel has intensified its offensive on Gaza. The Israeli onslaught has displaced almost the entire population of the territory, while the death toll sits at about 43,300 casualties, many of whom are women and children. America's continued support, including the supply of arms to Israel, are seen as key to facilitating Israel's continued industrial-scale killings in Gaza without consequence. But while the anger among America's Muslims is intense, their ability to force change may be very limited.
The Muslim vote is mobilizing hard for Gaza, that's absolutely clear. But just how powerful is it? In Michigan, the Arab population sits at only 3% across the entire state, while the Muslim population sits at just 2.5% only. That's not as much as you may think, according to the press coverage that it's been receiving. However, what is very, very important to note is that Michigan is a key swing state and that Harris appears to be losing ground here. Donald Trump has visited Muslim and Arab-heavy areas of Michigan very, very often in a hope that he can benefit from the community-wide anger aimed at the Democrats, with many Muslims strongly believing that one way or another, the Democrats must be politically punished for their role in the genocide as it's unfolded. Just how will that play out? We have yet to see. Robert Carter, 5 Pillars News, Dearborn, Michigan.